All right. I think we're live.
Well, my screen says we're live.
Yeah. So my screen says we're live too. So we must be live.
We must be live.
We must be live.
Again.
Yeah. So how are you doing besides being super productive?
I'm doing amazing. I've always known that when crazy things happen in the economy, there are people that struggle and there are people that benefit.
Right.
It's been the same in every economic crash since the dawn of time.
Yep.
And in this particular economic situation, those who have been digital or go digital are seeing
massive growth.
Oh, it's like 2014.
Right. Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And being the owner of an agency.
Yeah.
Every day that I think I'm going to get to take just a little breather.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. No. This week I had a staff call and there were 3 new team members I've never met on that.
Nice.
On that team call. And I was like, man, this is awesome.
Right.
I have this great team that's building, constantly. And every time we build, I'm like, yeah, we got to build more because I got 6 more amazing opportunities that are ready to go right now.
Yeah.
So I will officially, I believe, reach our first wait list this week.
Wow.
You ever had a wait list? You ever had a wait list before?
No.
I can't hire and train people the way I want to fast enough to keep up with what's happening, which is a good thing and a bad thing, right?
Right. Totally. Yeah.
So, traffic's cheap. People are
Traffic
home.
is cheap. Conversions are plentiful.
People want to learn. People want to buy. People want to pivot careers.
Yep.
And the interwebs are where it's at.
Yep.
And,
agreed.
I have a doctor that I've been seeing because I've had some back issues that I've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, I was saying I feel a little bit guilty about it, because we're doing so well. And I know that a lot of people are struggling.
Yeah.
That bothers me. Right.
Yeah.
But he said, no, man, we need people like you. He said, how is the economy going to rebound if nobody is doing well?
Yeah.
He's like, so many people have this lack mentality where they're like, well, if I'm not doing well, nobody should do well.
Right.
He's like, trust me, I want you to be crushing it. So that there's a group of people out there spending money into the economy to build it back up. Right.
Yeah, totally.
If there's nobody making money, we're all really screwed.
Right.
It's really bad. Right.
Yeah.
So, the Amazons of the world hiring their 100,000 new workers, and the Zooms of the world, and the Gileads, the medical side producing vaccines and ventilators. And I mean, I talked to this guy the other day who's selling hand sanitizer. I mean, you want to talk about
right.
Conversions, which will be the topic of today's call.
Yeah.
You want to talk about conversions? I mean,
sell hand sanitizer right now.
Yeah. One of the guys that's in my mastermind, he's like, yeah, we got hand sanitizer up. We were out in a week and a half. Like we're $1 million behind in a week, So there's always opportunities, right? It's do you want to figure them out and capitalize on them?
Yep. Totally.
I'd like to make sure that you see the whole.
Yeah. Totally. Very nice. I don't have a coffee cup right now. I have an empty coffee cup because I drank it on the last call.
Do you want to stop?
Right. Pause.
Can this proceed without coffee? I had to stop and go get it, which is why I was 1 minute late. I was like, it's not going to happen.
Right.
If you need to, I will pause. Wait.
I'm good. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm fantastic. Busy. It's Friday. So which means nothing in our line of work. I mean, I see your shit's green on Slack on Saturdays and Sundays, and mine is too. So it is what it is. But
is that our industry, or is that just our nature?
It might be just our nature. It might be. Well, I was even telling a client, I was like, yeah, she said something that she was like, yeah, today's Friday. And I was like, well, I was like, the weekend is like this fascinating mental construct. Like it means nothing in terms of what we do, but yet it's still, you still look forward to it to some degree. It's like, oh, it is Saturday, which means I'm making the choice to actually sit here and do, or whatever.
And you know what the big thing is? I get super excited for the weekend.
Yeah, to get something done.
Yeah, it's the time I get to focus on like the creative stuff where nobody's bothering me. So I'm like, yay, I get to go to work now.
Right.
After I worked for 50 hours in the regular week, I'm like, oh, what do I get to work on today?
Right. Yeah.
It's what I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously that comes with the whole balance conversation, right? Fortunately, because we work from home.
Yep.
When I want to go play football in the backyard with my kid, I just go in the backyard and I just stop, right? And I went for 3-hour-plus walks with my wife in the middle of the day this week because I could.
Yep.
But then I came back and started working again.
Yep.
Right? Because we can work whenever we want. That's the benefit of what we do. And it's hard when the gold rush is on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
You're sitting on the couch and you're watching some Netflix or something, watching some Breaking Bad, and like 40 minutes in, you're like, this is not a good use of my time right now.
Right.
Right now. It's when the sun is shining, you need to make hay, as my grandfather would have said.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a lot of hay right now.
Yeah, I hear you. So today we're talking about conversions.
Awesome.
So we're doing what? So what was it? What number are we trying to get to? 5? 5 conversion mistakes or 5 tips or what?
I think we could start with 3 and then maybe expand, into as many as our genius will allow today.
Okay.
Maybe we'll say, let's say 5. Because as soon as we say 3, we're going to say multiple more.
Cool. So I'm gonna write these because in the chat box here. So conversion tip number 1, what is it?
Conversion tip number 1 for me is create an irresistible offer. Right. And I think a lot of people oversimplify what that means, but how many funnels have you built in your life?
Over 400 the last time I counted.
That's a lot of funnels.
That's a lot of funnels.
Yeah. And so many people think when they come to our agency that it's all about the traffic.
Yep.
Right. They're like, I'm not converting. You fix it. Right. And my response is I can't fix a shitty offer.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rule number 1.
Yeah.
So that's why we say on our website, we help successful businesses scale to new heights with digital marketing. Because I don't want to, you can hire me to fix your offer, but don't expect that the traffic is going to fix your offer.
Right.
Right. So, let's talk key elements to an irresistible offer. You can go first or I can go first. Doesn't matter to me, but you've built 1 million of these and so have I. So what are the things that influence people's buying decisions, i.e. conversions? I would, you go first and I'll add in.
Yeah, I think a big one right now is meeting somebody where they are, not somewhere you want them to be. So like as of right now, when the pandemic hit, all of the marketing material, including sales copy and everything, really swayed very hard towards, this is so this is where you are right now, and this is where you want to go, but meet you where you are. So right now, restaurants are shutting down, stores are shutting down, blah, blah, blah. People are staying home. You're, sharing your office with your wife or whatever, and this is where this is how what we sell or what we provide or the offer, our offer, this is how it can make your life better. It can make a transformation in your world somehow. So meet somebody where they are, as opposed to painting this ideal picture and then hoping that they go there. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a great vantage point on it. And, I saw something, I think from, I don't know if it was Digital Marketer or something a couple of weeks ago that said, be really cognizant around your messaging.
Yep.
Like showing ads that are in a party with a bunch of Lambos lined up outside the front door looks absolutely moronic right now because nobody's doing that.
Right.
So you're not connecting with the audience at all.
Yeah.
On where they're at right now. Like, address where we're at. Don't give too much energy to it.
Yeah.
Paint the picture of where you want to go.
Yep.
But like you're saying, meet somebody where they're at.
Yep.
Right. And there's only 2 reasons why people buy. What are those 2 reasons? Number 1, to avoid pain.
Yep.
And number 2, to increase pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And there's multivariants off of each one, but you can dumb it down to those 2 to eliminate pain, to increase pleasure. Right. So then you have to ask yourself, okay, in this current economy, if we talk about decreased pain, where are the pain points for people? Right. The pain points for people are they're not making enough money. They're not getting enough exercise. They're bored. They don't know if their job is going to be around long term. They don't know if their career is going to be relevant moving forward, right? So if you can speak to the current, scenario, the current economy, the current, state of the union, and then address those particular fears and then give them a solution that makes sense on the way out, then you're going to be speaking directly to the people that you want to be speaking to, and you're going to have clarity in the messaging because you sound current, you sound relevant, and you're solving the problem or you're increasing pleasure.
Right.
And it's the same with e-commerce, right? We talk about e-commerce products all the time in our agency, which is that there's only 2 types of products, right? There's the brand products, right? And a skin cream would be a great example of that, where there's a million skin creams. Why is your skin? We have moisturizing, droplets and anti-wrinkle, and who cares? It's all the same thing.
Yep.
So you got to craft a story around it, the story around the face, maybe charities you're involved with, maybe social impact you're doing, leverage, influencers so that you can bond to other people's audiences. That's a brand play.
Yep.
And then there's what I call the holy shit products, where you see a video in Facebook, or Instagram or whatever, and the moment you see it, you're like, I must have that. Right? Because it's either solving a pain immediately, or it's increasing pleasure exponentially.
Yep.
Right? And it's just oh, I gotta have it.
Right.
And if you can take the stance of I'm going to try and be in the holy shit category, and then build the story and the brand around it, right? Then it's far easier to convert people because you've got their attention immediately by speaking to that avoid pain or pleasure right off the bat, right? One of our friends that we're working with right now, they're putting on seminars for, financial education products, right? Speaking to the economy, people are trying to protect their money. People are trying to figure out how they're going to make more money in the future. Maybe retirements have been hit, whatever. And they've got a system that's going to allow people to rectify that immediately with a 30-year track record. Of an expert, right? That's a very current, needed solution speaking to the State of the Union.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to convert. Now, if we came out and said, I've got some really nice high-end speedboats with kitchens and bathrooms and, parachutes and champagne on tap.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about right now?
Yeah, totally.
Right? That is not relevant whatsoever
at
all. So it all starts with the messaging and really understanding where the pain is or how much value and happiness you can bring, and then tying it in with the current state of the union and paving in their mind that direct path from where they are to where they want to go.
Right.
And some people call that copy, right? Copywriting. Some people call that messaging. There's a million different ways, but if you can put the right message in front of the right person, you're going to convert all day long.
Totally. Well, I think number three, in moving in that same vein, is something around free content, like, establishing value through free content right now is working extremely well. Always has. Lead magnets, of course, but now it's like the modalities are different. Before it used to be like free reports, PDF downloads, a little one-time video or a multi-video sequence. That stuff still works, but I think the dynamics around it have changed a little bit, so especially videos in Facebook groups we talked about last week, hugely popular, as opposed to like a kind of a paged layout. We've talked about some models in the past, where there is, like VAs calling on the phone, one-on-one kind of conversations that it's not necessarily like the expert, but it's somebody calling on the expert's behalf to say, hey, you're important to us, and I know even like in our sales and a lot of our clients, like sales funnels, like automation gets you 90% of the way there, but that last 10%, which is a personal touch, like a personal email, it's a personal phone call. It's like that stuff is really the stuff that drives people over the edge in terms of conversion. Would you agree?
Yeah, and that's the system. Like what you're talking about is the system. You have to ask yourself, what is the why?
Right.
Why does it do that? Right. And it's because value equals credibility. Right? Because everybody's being pounded with so much information all the time. When you deliver that extra piece of free content, when you get more eyeballs on you, when you have somebody reach out on your behalf, like a VA, and thank somebody for downloading X or buying X, if you put them into a private Facebook group and deliver them content and answer their questions for a couple of days, it's all that context of, or that concept, I should say, of the more value you give, the more credibility you establish as being different from everybody else who's just out there hawking what they're hawking.
Right.
Right. And I think we talked a little bit about this last week about how we believe that for every hour of value you give somebody, you can sell something around $500 to $1,000 worth of product. Right? Because people buy, like a great video, if nobody's watched this before, is go watch Simon Sinek's Start With Why TED Talk. And I worked with Simon about 10 years ago when he was relatively new on the scene. And that video, when you break it down into one phrase in that TED Talk that I've remembered forever, is that people don't buy from everybody. They buy from people they like and they trust. Right. So your job is not to try to sell to everybody. Your job is to try to sell to people who believe what you believe. Right. So in your messaging, if you're talking about what you believe, right? I believe the world's like this right now. I believe people are looking for this outcome. I believe that people are scared. I believe that people want to get back to the new norm. I believe that people, realize now that their jobs may become redundant, or how we work has changed forever. How we shop has changed forever. And this is how we are going to capitalize on it. Right. Then you're speaking to people with your beliefs, and those people that believe the same thing as you, they're going to convert like hotcakes, versus having a big generic message and trying to convert everybody. Because you'll repel if you talk about what you believe, you repel the people you don't want to buy, and you attract the people that you do. Right. Some people call that polarizing. Some people call that belief-based marketing. Right. It's been something that's been really, really impactful when it comes to conversions forever.
Well, and especially in this last couple months, because there is such a polar difference between people who believe this is an opportunity and people who believe this is a curse, so, and it really seems that people who are grasping this as an opportunity are the ones who are doing really well right now, primarily because they're leading, they're leading everybody who's online, which is literally everybody right now. You know what I mean? And then you have the other side who believe that it is, who are scared or fearful or whatever. And then it's just there's such a polar opposite now at play, in the public, really.
Yeah, and I subscribe to this one podcast. They're a publishing company, and I've been watching the emails come into my inbox for the last week, and they know exactly who their audience is, because every single email I get right now is doom and gloom and fear, and the world is ending.
You're right. Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
And what they're selling, they're giving this amazing content to support their beliefs.
Yeah.
And I do legitimately believe that they believe what they're saying. I don't think they're doing it just to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're bringing some amazing experts on, government experts and, military experts and all these kind of things. But they know that their audience responds best to fear.
Yeah.
And they will then sell them the solution
to the fear. Right.
To the fear.
Yep.
Right. If they were in there going like, yeah, we don't actually think this is that bad. Jump on this webinar and hear why. Their audience won't respond.
Right.
Right. They know their audience. They know the current mindset of that audience.
Yep.
And they believe that same thing. So that's that's the vein they're staying. And I actually put it in a different folder today because that's not me. I don't believe what they believe. So they did the right thing. They've polarized the
right.
audience.
Totally.
I've moved them into not my spam folder, but just one that I don't want to see.
Right.
And I won't look at it anymore because it's not what I believe.
Yeah.
Right. But they are selling a ton of products to people that believe that this is the end of the world and they need to, to get a life preserver and preserve, finances and safety and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying they're wrong. They could be totally right. It's just not
what you believe.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're crushing it. I've seen their numbers and I'm like,
right.
Just printing money, but here's a crazy thing. I don't know if you've ever seen, maybe, I don't know if we can post this up in here. Part of the mastermind I'm part of has a URL that shows the top 100 Shopify stores at any given time by sales volume.
What is it? I haven't heard of this actually.
Okay. I will. I wonder if I can pull it up.
I think if you can see the screen, you can pull it up in Google.
Okay.
Or pull it up on your browser, and then I think you can share your screen in the lower bar. It should say share screen. Right.
I'm trying to think of where I saved it. I put myself on the spot here to pull it up. If you do a quick Google search, it'll take you 2 seconds. Just put top grossing Shopify stores. Right now, there's an IP tracker that they do. Anyways, it wasn't the point of where I'm going is that I was scrolling through the top 20 the other day just to sort of see what was trendy, right now. And one that I came across was Jazzercise. Have you heard of this?
No.
So I almost fell off my chair because I saw a couple ads for it in Facebook, and I was like, would people really buy that? Right. And then I pull up the top 100 Shopify stores, in the world right now. And it's in the top 100. This is pure insanity. You know how much money that store is making. That's crazy. Right. And I'm going to try and pull up the actual site itself and see if we can show it. Here we go, right here. All right. So how do I share my screen on this?
So if you're looking at our window, our StreamYard window, in the lower part of underneath our pictures, it says share screen. So you would just pick your screen.
Boom, I'm on it, just like that.
Oh, look at that. And then I have to add it to, there we go.
All right, check this out. You ever seen this before?
No.
Get a chisel jaw, right?
Wow.
How it works, right? They got this little video.
Yeah.
Comes with multiple strengths of these things that you put in your mouth and you bite down on them.
Yeah.
It's got a gazillion reviews of hey, this was my, my no jaw before. This is my new jaw, girl. this guy recouped from surgery. You know, this is the guy who created it. You know, he broke his jaw or whatever, and he had to rebuild it, and you know, blah blah blah. And it's literally a box with these spongy things in it that you just chew on all day, and you increase the strength of your jaw. I've seen the ads for it. I was like, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Clearly, some people think this is a holy shit product that they have to have immediately because it's in the top 50, I think, right now of Shopify stores worldwide, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Right? But they're speaking to something that people obviously consider to be a real pain, like a real pain point for them. I have no jaw. Right. I've got a double chin. I look fat and it's driving me crazy. So I'm going to buy these things. I'm going to chew them all day long until I have an iron looking jaw. And I think, like, I'm not judging the company. I think it's amazing.
Totally.
Stories. I love it. But their ads have clearly targeted the pain point of a group of people to be making that kind of revenue. I love that. I love that kind of story. Love it.
That's crazy. I've never heard of them.
Right.
That's because I'm not, you know, like
you don't care.
Right. So, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they're converting like crazy.
Yeah.
And maybe we should show people like one of our ninja tools for this. Sometimes I think people like they automatically know all the stuff that we know and they don't. And I take it for granted, even with my own team.
Yeah.
So you know about Facebook ad library, right?
Yeah.
Of course, because you're a smart guy, right? So I'm pulling up Facebook ad library. So for those people who don't know what Facebook ad library is, Facebook ad library is a place where you can see all ads from any company at any time as part of their transparency push with Facebook. And you can see exactly what those companies are running for ads. And if you have, you know, if you're looking for inspiration or you're looking for, you know, ideas or you want to funnel hack something, you know,
this is how you do it. It used to be back in the day, there was tools like AdBeat and some of the other ones, like for Google keyword tool, you know, for mostly Google ads, you could pull up all like Google keyword phrases and the ads they were running and how long those ads were running and all that other kind of intel based stuff. But Facebook has this ad library now.
Yeah, because they have to due to the government privacy stuff that they had. So can you see my screen right now?
Yep.
So this, I just went in and punched in the page, right? Jaws are sized, boom. 23,000 likes, 56,000 followers. This thing's brand new too. And they've got all of these videos just showing people chewing on these things, which cracks me up. Like we just look at
When I first saw this product, I thought it looked kind of crazy. Didn't really understand what the benefits would be. But I had seen some before and after pictures on the website. Thought to myself, you know what? I'm 48 years old. My face is starting to look a little bit aged. Wouldn't hurt to try. So after 30 days, I could not believe my before and after picture. I literally rolled back the hands of time, 10 years.
Right?
That's brilliant.
It's killing it. Absolutely killing it right now. And of course, you know, you can't show before and afters on Facebook is against their terms of service. So now everybody who's got smart has been like, I'm just going to blur that.
Yeah, totally.
And put shown on site.
Right.
Great workaround, you know, and actually probably works better because then there's the curiosity aspect that now, well, I want to click to the site and see, you know, what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right. Like before you just saw the before and after, you're like, that's cool. Now it says shown on site and you're like, well, now I want to go to the site.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's probably backfired on Facebook.
Right.
It's probably increased conversions
the
way that it's happening now.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. We're running up on 30 minutes. I think we wanted to keep it at 30 minutes, right?
Yeah. I think 30 minutes is a good.
We got through 3, I think. I mean, there was all kinds of like weird little tips.
Oh man, we could keep going and going and going. But you know, number one is be current, understand your audience, understand their state of the union mentally. You know, speak from that perspective, you know, focus on pain or pleasure and a clear outcome. Number two is in your messaging, speak to people in the context of what you believe, because people will buy from you if they believe what you believe, and those are the best types of customers. And content is king, right?
Content is king.
The more times people see you, the more they like and trust you, the higher your conversions are going to be. And we could probably list off another 10, and maybe we'll do that on the next episode. But if you start with just that, you're way ahead of the average Joe.
Love it. All right. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. And we're next Friday, 11 a.m.
Yeah. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right. See ya.
Later.